privilegio de poder decir, hoy estoy vivo. Padre, te doy las gracias por todas tus bendiciones de la vida, la salud, las fuerzas, por tu compasión, por tu paciencia, por todo, Padre. Muchas gracias. Por el bienestar que tenemos nosotros, por nuestros familiares, por nuestras amistades, por nuestros compañeros de trabajo. Muchas gracias. Te pido, Padre, hoy por la familia Na, que recién perdieron su hogar en un fuego. Te pido, Padre, que les des la fortaleza, les des bienestar, les des la capacidad de poder construir de nuevo, no solo físicamente, pero también olvidar lo que ya pasó y construir nuevas ideas y nuevos recuerdos. También, Padre, te pido por los enfermos. Te pido, Padre, por todas las personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles. Aquellas personas que emocionalmente no se encuentran, físicamente están dolidos, emocionalmente están en el suelo. Ayúdalos, Padre, confórtalos. Y también te pido por todos nosotros. Te pido para que tengamos un bonito día, exitoso. Padre, te pedimos por paz en este mundo. Te pedimos que podamos nosotros lograr respetar nuestros seres queridos, porque eso es lo que causa la paz. El respeto a la propiedad ajena. Permítanos, Padre, poder respetar lo que no es nuestro. Y respetar opiniones y poder respetar, y aunque no estemos de acuerdo con ello, pero respetarlos. Porque por lo general nuestro egoísmo nos hace pensar que somos sabelotodos y que ¿qué va a saber aquel si tú sabes más? Permítenos, Padre, poder ser humildes, auténticamente humildes, no pretender ser humildes, auténticamente ser humildes, porque hay gran diferencia. Y poder, Padre, hacer auténticamente tu voluntad, no la mía, no la de nadie más, sino la tuya, Padre. Hoy te entrego este día para que se haga tu voluntad. Te bendecimos, Padre, te alabamos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Good morning. If you just joined us, it's exactly 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. And this is the general weather forecast for today, Tuesday, the 2nd of July. And the general weather forecast says the general situation is mainly fair weather expected over the area for the next couple of days. The 24-hour forecast says it's mostly sunny today, with showers, if any, being isolated. Clear to partly cloudy skies with isolated showers in the south. The winds blowing from the east, 10 to 20 knots. The sea stayed choppy. Temperatures along the coast, 87 degrees Fahrenheit as a high, 81 as a low. Inland, 93 degrees Fahrenheit as a high, 73 as a low. And watch the differences. It's 6 degrees in the coast. It's 20 degrees inland. And in the hills, the maximum of 82 as a high and 70 degrees as a low. That is 12 degrees. So you have that huge disparity between a high of 93 and a low of 73. And invariably what happens is that 73 that we experience for inland, in some areas is not 73. In some areas it's 71, 72. So the disparity grows even more. And sometimes if you notice that you have been, that you're not feeling too well, that you maybe have a little cold, your body reacts to these large differences, to these fluctuations in temperature. During the day it's 93, and in the morning it's 71, 72, 73 degrees. So we have to be very careful. And especially sometimes if you're locked up in an office and the temperature is 68 degrees, and then when you come out to buy lunch or something, and it turns out that the temperature is 93 or 94 and feels like 105 outside, and you're out there and then you begin to sweat, and then all of a sudden you come back into your office and you begin, it feels good, but what happens is that the body reacts to these fluctuations in temperature. So be very careful. Be very careful. Always dress accordingly. The outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Wednesday night is for mainly fair weather, with only isolated showers in the south. Elsewhere, little or no rainfall is expected. A high tide this morning occurs at 9:08, a low tide at 4:25 this afternoon, a second high tide at 10:50 tonight, and the second low tide at 3:24 tomorrow morning. The sun rose this morning at 22 minutes after 5, and the sun is setting today at 6:31. The moon is setting this evening at 6:38, and the moon is rising again in all its glory at 6:09 tomorrow morning. Buenos días. Oh, thank you, Sheila Young. Buenos días. Aquí les va el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, martes, el 2 de julio. Recordándoles que estamos en plena temporada de huracanes y que afortunadamente hoy no tenemos ninguno en el área, gracias a Dios. ¿Qué es la situación general para el país de Belice? Buen tiempo, se espera buen tiempo sobre el país para los siguientes 2 días. Es más, para las siguientes 24 horas es definido, soleado, con chubascos, algún chubasco, pero completamente aislado. ¿Aislado qué quiere decir? Uno aquí, uno allá, otro allá. No es como si fuera una nube grande, fuerte, que entrara y que cubriera un espacio de 5 o 10 millas y que tumbaría mucha lluvia y con tormentas y bla, bla, bla. Es nada más un chubasquito aquí, otro allá. Eso quiere decir aislado. Por la noche, cielos claros, parcialmente nublado por momentos, con chubascos aislados y en particular en el sur del país. Los vientos del este, 10 a 20 nudos. El estado del mar agitado, temperaturas por la costa, 87 como una máxima, 81 como una mínima. En el interior del país, 93 como una máxima, 73 como una mínima. Y por las colinas, 82 como una máxima y 70 como una mínima. ¿Qué se espera mañana miércoles y miércoles por la noche? Buen tiempo. Con chubascos aislados especialmente en el sur, y por los otros lados no se espera nada de lluvia, poco o nada de lluvia. Una marea alta hoy a las 9:08, una baja a las 4:25 por la tarde, una segunda marea alta a las 10:50 y otra marea baja a las 3:24. El sol salió hoy a las 5:22, el sol se oculta a las 6:31. De igual forma también la luna se oculta a las 6:38, ¿sí? Y sale entonces su esplendor mañana, por la mañana a las 6:09. Compañeros, ya son las 7:15. Vamos antes que vayamos a la pausa, agradeciendo a nuestros patrocinadores de siempre. Estamos hablando de la compañía Digi, BTL, que siempre está apoyándonos. También German Vega Sons, Vega Imports. Vega Imports es el negocio del señor Gaspar Vega. Vega Distributors es el negocio del señor Eduardo Vega en el Benque. Gilles Beach Shop, A&R Stores, también Belize Tourist Board, Government of Belize Information Service. Y compañeros, por el momento eso es todo. Pero vamos rápidamente a la pausa. Estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de sus anuncios. No se vayan.
2 phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopon Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dandriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first 2 phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future, a nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop. Fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Every friendly competition has a winner and a loser, a runner-up, a second best, someone that just doesn't have what it takes. Our friends know this feeling all too well. Since Digi introduced their new prepaid data plans, Digi fans have been happier than ever. While the other guys, their plans just can't even compare. Digi's new plans have the best value for your dollar. That's more data for less money, with even more options. So keep being a winner and keep living your best life with Digi.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Son exactamente las 7:22. Ojalá y tu mañana se esté desarrollando en forma agradable. Y a este punto quiero que te unas conmigo a darle la bienvenida a el señor Robert Chequi Osha. Digo la bienvenida porque él nunca se queda en un lugar. Está recién llegado ¿de dónde? De una isla, de las islas exóticas de Key Cocker. Good morning, Chequi, and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez.
How was Key Cocker and Lobster Fest?
Friendly?
Friendly?
Yeah, friendly and nice. Meet some of my good friends. Good morning to all out there, Meet Mr. Bradley, Mr. Bradley, don't you?
Neil?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still there going strong,
I'm glad he and his wife doing well.
Yeah,
they own a hotel in
yes.
right smack in the.
Yeah. They still, but they like come out and party. They come out and party, which is good,
I agree.
It's good because you break through and that thing. But the weekend was raining in Kikaka from Friday night. It started raining right up until Sunday evening. Lots of rain, but that still never stopped the people from coming out because the island was packed and full of people. All those boats were coming in, like every half hour boats are coming in because people already pre-booked their hotels. They already had their plans to go to Lobster Fest. So maybe the amount that decided not to go is a minimal amount, But the island was packed because when you walk, you walk up.
I want to ask you a question. When you say Lobster Fest, and I've never been to a Lobster Fest, Does it mean that along the strip, along the beach, you have a number of people selling lobsters in different forms and manner?
Yeah, not only along the strip, but yes, along the strip, but all restaurants have their billboard outside saying we have this kind of lobster dish and this and that. So,
Are they generally cheaper than what you'd normally find, or is it the same price?
well, I don't really know what's the usual price, you know, but you could get like a lobster off the grill for as low as $18.
That's not bad.
And it goes all up to 35, depends on the size you want, no? But you can get one for as low as $18. So people out there that are grilling, you know, see nothing else grilling but lobster, you know, and they had the lobster catch. I believe the person that catch the most lobster had a conker for like 137.
No, I want to ask you another question. Has it been established that the lobster that we eat here, are they, because they're not like the same as what you'd find up in the States.
But no, not
The
really.
ones in the States are huge.
Yeah,
The main lobster.
yeah. The
Ones we have here are like so.
prices of but when they had the competition for the person that brings in the biggest lobster, they got a real big one, supper.
Really?
Yeah, because they have a competition on that as well. The person that brings the biggest lobster.
Can it be that perhaps maybe it's just an overgrown spiny lobster? Or perhaps some of that same lobster that is available in northern USA, in Maine and New Brunswick area, are spreading as well into this area, although I doubt it because
But
those
remember-
are mostly cold water
Yeah, remember
species.
we got strong export right there too, you know. And the export they send out the most bigger ones because, you know, measurements and everything and pounds. They have the requirements when it comes to the US and for export. So I believe the ones that we usually get here are not the ones that are sent out. They send out the bigger ones, you know.
But I think that apart from that, there's a major difference between what we view as the lobster here and what there is regarded as a lobster in the USA.
Yeah.
I believe it has something to do with the structure of the lobster. One of them have a lot of
Fins.
not fins, but
Claws.
claws, and the other one doesn't. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but
But
if people that goes to the lobster fest, they rarely see the real large lobster, and it's good because you get it fresh because the fishermen they go fishing early in the morning.
are they using the rest of the body as of the lobster? Do they eat the rest of the body? In other words, the head and the
Yes,
and
yes.
and everything.
Yes. People use it, so people use it for soup and different things, huh? But the most one when they put on the grill that the whole lobster. So when you get on the grill, it's the whole lobster.
The whole lobster.
Yeah.
It's just I ask you this question because generally, when we find the lobster, it was take off the tail and throw away the rest.
Yeah, no, right there, so you get the whole lobster on the grill, pa.
And not until I went to Maine, and I was in Maine and viewing all the lobster boats and so forth, pick up lobster like this. And then one day, my host tells me, Eduardo, let's go pick up some lobster at the Cope. So rather than getting into a vehicle, we get into a boat, into his boat, in his backyard, because it's a summer house. So we go up the street, the bay, Lincoln Bay, and cold waters. This is Maine, close to New Brunswick, Canada. And we pick up maybe 4 lobsters from the Cope, about this big each.
Wow.
And they're alive. So he gets them, puts them in a bag, and he puts them in the boat. And then, we go all the way back home. And then he puts them in a little cage in the water, in by the bridge. Okay?
Yeah.
That's where he keeps them. He then picks up a bucket of water from the bay, salt water, bucket of water, a pail of water, as he would say, and he take it up and begin to boil that in a big old pot. High like so. And when that water is boiling, and then he goes to pick up the lobsters, and he throws them in. Now, some people would go like, that's sin, because the thing is alive and is actually boiling to death. You know, but we do this all the time, so there's no difference. I mean, we cut off the chicken head. It's just that you're not there when that happens.
Yeah, the cows there.
The cow the same way. Somebody has to die in somewhere or the other.
But then
Anyway,
we eat them.
huh? So shove in the hot water 7 minutes, and then he pulls them out, and he serves you one big thing, and I go like, but I'm not used to eating all the hand and foot and thing. And he says, no, Eduardo, this is how we do it here. So he gives me a little pail of unsalted butter. Because remember, he didn't use salt because he got the water from the ocean.
Yeah. So
Clean water.
That's the one that they call broiled lobster?
No, that's the one called Maine lobster. This is called Maine lobster. And that's the way they serve it, just boiled, and they give you a little gavel, a wooden gavel, and you crack on it, and you suck on it, and
it's good.
It's good. That's the first time I ate a whole lobster. I mean, I never knew that they had the little things, the little, what do you call them, the little tentacles or whatever you have. Have anything inside.
Meat, you know?
Of course they do. And I did not know. I was, for the love of God, I was ignorant to that.
Yeah, but they do.
They do. And it's good. It's good. I'm wondering if it's the same experience here.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they use it. I believe the people in the villages like Kikaka and so on, maybe the San Pedro town, they eat it because they know what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know when you go bite off of the grill, I don't see have all the tentacles or fins or whatever they are called. They're just the lobster, right? They take that out. But the way it's done is good, man, because you know they got it well seasoned up and nice, and you know. But the lobster fest was okay. A lot of people attend as usual, and you know, we also receive a little award as well, no, Emmanuel.
What is it? Who is that?
The band. Because
Really?
remember I told you this was the 25th anniversary, and the
You see here, I see Lobster Fest in Belize. I see the lobster.
Yeah, that's a dish.
That's a dish prepared with the long things sticking out, and but you see again in this picture, it's only the tails.
Yeah, that's only the tails.
That's only the tails that people use. All
But
right.
You see that says Belize Lobster Fest there, but they don't really have the picture where the one who got a whole lobster on the grill.
Well, let me see if I can find it.
That is not there.
That's not here.
Yeah.
And this is this is a lobster in Belize. Whatever. But you got an award.
Yeah.
For being there for the last 10 years.
We were the first one that played for the first Lobster Fest 25 years ago.
25 years ago.
Yeah, and we were there for the 25th anniversary. And, you know, we're there every year.
Wow.
Yeah. Tenemos un saludo para unas gentes en Guinea Grass, Manuel.
Por favor, me saluda a la familia Cocom en Guinea Grass, Amalia y hijos de parte de la familia de Mike Cocom de San José Socorro. Y un saludo para usted y su amigo. Claro que sí, muchas gracias.
Visión Norte Visión merge families together, Emmanuel.
Absolutely.
Merge families together. Yeah. All right. So let's try to see if we can get Delvi, Emmanuel.
Let's get Delvi on
you
the
know,
line.
this weekend coming, Emmanuel, is the first round of the village council elections for Orange Walk North.
This weekend coming?
Yes, this weekend coming. It's the first round of the village council elections for Orange Walk North. We'll be having three elections this Sunday in Orange Walk North, and we will bring that to you all as soon as we finish with Delvi, and then we go on a break. Then we'll be bringing that on and other relevant information. I know that from the Running Rebels summer camp, they are scheduled to come today, but let's see if they will make it this morning. But we have Delvi on the line, Mr. Martinez.
Good morning, Delvi.
Buenos días, good morning.
Buenos días.
¿Cómo estás?
Yo muy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo estás tú?
Bien, gracias a
pero no te suenas bien. No sé qué pasa, si tienes una tos o qué sucede. O es simplemente la conexión que no sirve.
I see one picture. I look like it is somewhere like Cancun or Merida or something.
Yes. No, it's just my throat a bit scratchy right now. Yes, I was in Cancun. Yes, Playa del Carmen over the
I see one picture. Yeah.
You really brute.
You don't tell me nothing, no,
You
Joe.
really brute. Don't tell me nothing. Say, imagine you want hang along, tag along, huh? Even if me and Melissa shower, I'm glad to go.
Make the girl talk. Where's the Delve?
I said that them, Mr. Emmanuel, me and the good little cha-cha-cha by the beach.
That's why I stopped you for talk, make you hear.
Well, at least you shine your shoes, darling.
What was the weather like in that area, Delve? Because in Belize, on the coast, we had a lot of rain, we had flooding in the south. What was the weather like in Playa?
Well, we got there on Saturday and the weather was nice and beautiful, but Sunday we had a lot of rain. For most of the day, we had rain on Sunday.
Okay, good.
So.
Yeah, Belize it started from Saturday. Rain all day Saturday on the coast where we were at in Kikaka, and Sunday rain a lot until Sunday evening it get clear up. I guess when it get clear up is when the weather shift to where you all was, no?
Yeah, I believe so, yes, because yesterday we had good weather over that side.
Okay. But good morning once again, and it's good to have you as usual, Delve.
Yes, it's always good to be here, Mr. Checky. Thanks, God.
Yeah, I don't know if it happened to you like what it happened to me, because anytime when I go by the seashores, it always brings my inspiration to write a new song. But when you write a new song, you have to start from a poem, because the poem, of course, you can put it in the form of a song. Did you you pick up an inspiration by going to Playa, or like how you did a key all the time, that doesn't come to you?
Well, then, I didn't get to write any poem over this weekend, but the water side does a lot for me. It allows me to relax, to mellow down, and then, my thoughts start to flow.
Yes.
But I didn't write anything this weekend, though.
Yeah, but at least you pick up the inspiration, true?
Yeah. I normally go by water side for me, too, just unwind, and then the thoughts get here just by the water side.
Yes, man. All right. So what you got for us today?
All right. This one I have is entitled Seeking What?
Seeking what?
What are we seeking?
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, so when it rains, there is complaining. When the sun heats up the earth, there is complaining. What then should there be? The seasons tell time without speaking. All things in nature responds without speaking. Seeking its own interest is what it doesn't do. Where is the genuinity in this thing called life, lived by me and you? Had it snowed, would it make a difference? Or maybe a desert storm? Would it be too dry, too bleak? Would it be too warm? But the heart of man keeps seeking and seeking what is ultimately left behind, pulling out everything to pay a loan of which they can't meet the fine. Had hail occasionally falling and fogs rain in multitude, would there be a cause for complaining? Would that alter the attitude? Never satisfied, yet there is still prevalence of poverty in men. What really are we searching for? On what? The rich are getting richer, and the poor cries out and are dying. The churches are taunting religion. Who's telling the truth and who's really lying? Would it make a difference if the wind kept still or if it blew? So, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
I nearly interrupt your poem just now.
Why would you?
Because when I say who's telling the truth, I say you.
I'm going to ask you a question, Delby.
Yes, sir.
That last portion that you use, seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything else will be added on to you. That comes from the Bible. That comes from the Bible. And we know that, right? But what exactly does that mean?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness.
And everything else will be added on to you.
That God calls us to do first. You know, we don't seek after our own interests. We do the things that are pleasing to God, things that are right in His eyes, and He denies nothing for us because everything that He created on this earth, He provided for us, for His children.
And the part on everything else. And the second part says, and everything else will be added on to you.
Yes. If we live for God and love God and serve Him the way He wants us, or desires us to do so, we have.
Did we lose that?
Yeah, we lost.
Well, we seem to have lost that call.
Yeah.
But it's a mighty, powerful ending that she has here. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and everything else will be added on to you.
Right.
A lot of people say that the Bible says God helps those who help themselves. Well, let me be honest with you. It's not a matter of being contradictory or confrontational or whatever. But I've read the Bible a couple of times and nowhere says that.
Yeah.
Nowhere does it mention that. God will help those who help themselves. But this is the closest that it comes to. This is the closest that it comes to. In other words, do right, and right will come to you, unto you. Do good things, and good things will come to you. In other words, do your part, and God will bless you after that. I think this is the closest it comes to, and I think this is what a lot of people say. God say, help yourself, and God, Dios ayuda a los que se ayudan primero. Bueno, that's the closest that comes to.
Like the Kids for Construction is a group of young kids that sings songs. They have a song that says, you gotta try your best, and Jesus will do the rest. Mm-hmm. Right. Emmanuel, we have a message for persons that are interested in joining the police force, but we will do that after we come back from the break because police are having an intake for persons that are interested to be part of the police formation.
And I was quite pleased to know that the minimum that there is requirement for the police department these days is a high school diploma.
Yeah.
You can't go there with standard 6 certificate.
Yeah. So we will be sharing that information when we come back, and also about the village council elections.
I certainly will. I'm dying to talk about that because there's conflicting reports going out, and we will clarify that very easily. It's 7:42. We'll take that break at this moment, and then when we come back, we'll be talking village council elections, the report, the full and only report.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. Why you the letter?
Who's me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
No, man. No.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
On Wednesday, May 8th, Belizeans soundly decided to take the unfounded Guatemalan claim to the International Court of Justice, the ICJ. According to the special agreement, this is what happens next. 1. By June 8, 2019, The government of Belize will submit the 2008 special agreement to the ICJ. Guatemala has already done so since their referendum was held in 2018. This will give the ICJ official authority to hear the dispute and to deliver a final binding result. The ICJ will then prepare a notice of when the trial will commence. 2. Next, Guatemala will have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to submit their case to the ICJ. 3. Belize will then have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to respond to Guatemala's submission. 4. From there, Guatemala will be given up to 6 months to reply to our arguments, and 5. Belize will then have up to 6 months thereafter to reply to Guatemala's response. 6. After the period of written arguments ends, the ICJ may allow additional pleadings, including oral arguments, and would set deadlines for those. 7. Once the timeline for arguments has ended, the ICJ will deliberate and make a ruling in accordance with the instructions and authorities granted to them by Belize and Guatemala, as per the 2008 special agreement. 8. After the ICJ's ruling is delivered, Belize and Guatemala will have 3 months to establish a joint commission to physically demarcate the boundaries between the two countries in accordance with the ICJ's ruling. The entire process will take no less than 4 years and can be as many as 6 years. This ICJ process will bring a final end to this long-standing Belize-Guatemala dispute. Belize and Guatemala will be able to put old divisions and antagonisms behind us and ensure that peace, development, and cooperation prevail.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una.
Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el...
¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's Tuesday, folks, 2 days away from when the U.S. will be celebrating their Independence Day, the 4th of July. But we have a message from
It's called Hot Dog Day.
Yeah. We have a message from the police department for persons that are interested in joining the Belize Police Formation. And Mr. Martinez will lead us with that information right now coming from the Belize Police Department.
Good morning again, and welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. we have a notice, and it's Recruitment Call 2019, intake number 94. And it says, please be advised that the police department is now accepting applications for recruit intake number 94. In other words, they're looking for policemen. Application forms can be obtained via the police website, and it's at http://www.police.gov.bz, or visit the nearest police station in your area. If you didn't catch that website, very simply do a search on Yahoo or Google, Belize Police, and it'll come up. Okay? Completed application forms, along with the recent police record, are to be submitted to the Commandant Police Training Academy no later than 5 p.m. on July 5th, 2019. I repeat, completed application forms, along with a recent police record, are to be submitted to the Commandant Police Training Academy no longer than 5 p.m. on July 5th, 2019. Monday was July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Friday. That is this Friday at 5 p.m. Please, no go carry it Monday afternoon and say, sorry, sir, but I may forget.
In our work.
In our work.
I have to start
in our work. Okay? Be responsible. Show from the very beginning that you are made with the right stuff to be a policeman. Examinations are scheduled for Saturday, July 13th, 2019 at 8 o'clock in the morning at the following locations. Examinations are scheduled for Saturday, July 13th. That is 1 week after this Friday. The following Saturday, July 13th, 2019 at 8 de la mañana, 8 a.m. And if you live in Belize District, this is at the Gwen Lizarraga High School. If you live in Toledo District, it is in the University of Belize campus in Toledo. If you are living in Orange Walk District, you have to go to Muffles College. In the Stan Creek District, you go to Delisle Academy. In the Corozal District, you go to Corozal Community College. And in the Kyle District, you go to the Police Training Academy in the city of Belmopan. I repeat, you have to be at one of these places for examinations at 8 o'clock on July 13th, Saturday, July 13th.
And your application needs to be in by 5 p.m. this Friday.
So, right. So, your application needs to be in by this Friday at 5 p.m. So, if you're serious about it, Belize needs you. Really do. Really do.
Yeah. If you never catch it right, we'll be repeating it.
You're repeating it
show.
at the end of the show, so we can say that in Spanish as well.
Yep. Yeah, Emmanuel. So we also going to continue right here this morning. 2 village council elections were slated for this weekend, and one was I'm talking about for the Orange Walk District. One was for Tower Hill, and one was for you.
Well, I have the complete report by village, by numbers, how many seats each party won in each of the village council elections for this week that happened. And I must say that in Corozal North, in Chanchen, Corozal North, it was a sweep for the UDP, for the red.
That's the area of Honorable Wapat.
Corozal North. In Pachacan, it was also a sweep for the UDP, for the red.
When you talk about sweep, the full red, no?
Full red. Sweep out the other ones. When you're talking about Corozal Southwest,
Southwest, okay. Which village is that?
San Roman,
That's
Santa Clara, Louisville, Shunosh, Progreso, Capabanc, all went red. Todos fueron rojo.
Capabanc?
All of them went red. 1 chairman and 6 UDP councillors.
If we go back to those ones you're talking about, San Roman and which other villages?
San Roman, Santa Clara, Louisville, Shunosh.
Okay, before we go to Louisville and Shunosh, those 3 villages that you call first is in Corozal Southwest, right?
San Roman is in Corozal Southwest, and the previous 2 are in Corozal North.
Yeah, those are represented by Dr. Angel Campos.
Exactly.
And the ones in Chunosh and Capabanc, then have
Ugopat.
Florencio Marin back there. Chunosh and Capabanc are in place.
So Corozal North is for who?
Honorable Ugopat.
Ugopat. So
Yes.
this is that campus. Corozal Southwest is.
That's
is-
why the one like San Roman, those are.
No, San Roman, Santa Clara, Louisville, Shunosh, Progreso, and Capabanc are all in the Southwest. Corozal
we did a
Southwest.
correction there.
Uh-huh.
Because San Roman and Louisville are in this area where Dr. Campos represents. Sartaneja and.
But we're not talking Sartaneja here.
But you're talking about Capabanc and Chunosh. Those are where.
Could that be Herrera's division?
Yeah.
That's Herrera's division. Thank you,
Then they got
Rahim.
what?
Then they gone red, completely red.
Wow.
Everybody went red.
And Marin represents
UDP. Yeah, so this is, I think, one of the very first time.
Yes.
Because generally, it's the Marin, that Florencio Marin that runs in that area and dictates what happens
Especially
in that
Capabanc.
area, especially in Capabanc. But this one, for the first time, they went red.
So 200 step up.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
In Yo Creek, as expected, the UDP get one licking and a half.
Yeah. For your Creek, for the PUP chairman is 437 votes, and the UDP chairman and candidates 180.
That's a double bank, nearly triple bank.
A difference of 256. The difference still got more than the votes that the UDP got in your Creek.
And I must congratulate the chairman for that overwhelming win, and the PUP chairman.
Yes.
What's his name?
Sometimes your character helps
He's a nice guy.
I remember continue down the line.
And that gone 6-1. In Tower Hill, it went red. It was an endorsement. PUP don't put up no slit. In Burrell Boom, there was a swing. 1 chairman, 5 PUP councillors, and 1 UDP councillor.
Which one is that?
Burrell Boom.
Give me that again.
1 PUP chairman, 5 PUP councillors, and 1 UDP councillor.
Yeah, that one sounds funny because that one is represented by the Honorable Edmund Clay de
That
Lancastro.
is exactly right. I think it's one of the only villages in our Belize rural north that went blue.
But Boom always tough, you know.
But let me tell you, La Democracia is Belize rural central. I see a little something there. Belize rural central. Belize rural central, La Democracia went blue, 6-1. And Freetown Sibun went 6 UDP village councillors and 1 chairman for the PUP.
Freetown Sibun.
And Gracie Rock went completely blue, 6-1. Gracie Rock is in Belize Rural Central. Mahogany Heights went 6-1. 6 in favor of the PUP and 1 village council for Mahogany Heights. Then you have Belize Rural South. St. George's Key went completely independent.
St. George's
No
Key?
UDP, no PUP. They're gone 6-1.
They got up and they won.
They're gone completely independent. Well, they always think they're different. That's That's just them, characteristically them.
Yeah, that usually happen that way because the people work as a community.
Roaring Creek went blue, 6-1.
That Julius area.
Julius, Cayo South. Camalote went blue, Cayo South. Duck Run 1 went blue. That's Cayo Northeast.
Yeah, that's the area where Orlando Habet represents.
Cayo Northeast, again, Duck Run 2. It went, Duck Run 1, I'm sorry, Duck Run 2 went independent.
Wow.
6-1. Then Cayo Northeast, Billy White, gone blue too. So the blue one heavy in those areas. Then in Buena Vista, Cayo Central, back to the red control.
That is represented by the Honorable Rene Montero.
Control, right. Cayo Central. And Independence in Sand Creek West, it was a tight race. It's 4 blues to 3 reds. In San Juan Copen, it went completely blue. In Maya Mopan, Sand Creek West, it went chairman red plus 4 village councillors red and 2 PUP.
So that's split up then?
That's split up. It means that the voting must have been very tight. And in Georgetown, Sand Creek West, it was chairman, PUP chairman, 5 PUP councillors plus 1 UDP councillor. And in Red Bank, that went completely red.
Red Bank one.
And San Roman went completely blue except for 1 village councillor. In Placencia, it went red with 3 PUP councillors and the other 3 being UDP. The UDP is UDP. The chairman is UDP.
Placencia.
Yes. Placencia. And then Corazon Creek went blue. And this is Sand Creek West.
No. Sand Creek West?
No, Toledo East.
Yeah, Toledo East.
Toledo East. No, I'm sorry. Corazon Creek, Toledo East went blue.
So what are the numbers?
Then, hold up. No. Dolores, Toledo East, completely red, 6-1. Otoshha, Toledo East, 6-1, completely red, UDP. San Lucas, Toledo East, 6-1, completely red, UDP. San Lucas, again, completely red. Bladen, completely red. Bella Vista went blue, 6-1. Monkey River went completely red, 6-1. Wow. Punta Negra, completely red, 6-1. And Trio, completely red, 6-1. So strong wins for the United Democratic Party in the Toledo East division. Then it continues with Toledo East. San Pablo went blue in Toledo.
Toledo East.
And San Jose in Toledo also went blue, and that's Toledo West. In the Toledo West division, Pueblo Viejo went red chairman and the majority of councillors. And in San Vicente, it's PUP controlled, 1 chairman and 3 village councillors PUP, and the rest are red. In Santa Cruz, Toledo West, completely UDP. In Santa Elena, Toledo West, completely UDP. Jalacte went blue, and Nahumka went red.
Nahumka? Where are they?
I don't know.
Where are they, Rahim? Rahim must know where are they. But you're highlighting the red and the blue, but I see two green up there.
No, independent.
Independent? When it says green is an independent candidate?
St. George's and somebody else.
Okay, so those
Doc
are
Road too, I think.
Independent candidates.
And
Now,
also San Roman.
When you do the calculations...
Out of 46, those are 46 village council who had elections.
You mean 46 just for last weekend?
Just for last weekend.
Okay.
There were 46 available chairs. And out of those 46, the UDP won 24 of those. Slightly over 50%.
Okay, yeah.
And the PUP won 20, so the UDP won 4 more, and the independent won 2. Okay, remember St. George's and Docron.
Right, yeah.
All right? Out of the village councillors, the remaining 6, there were 276 available positions. And the UDP won with 154 of them, vast majority.
Wow.
All right? And the PUP only had 109. So the UDP won, but the village, the village councillors by easily 45 members.
Okay.
More. And the Green had 13. So an overwhelming win again for the United Democratic Party. We went through the pains of going through this report because there are conflicting reports. If you open Belize Times, it says POP leading in village council elections. Don't believe it. It's a lie. This is the complete report that I have of me. Official report. Okay? If you notice and you open the Belize Times, it tells you that, we the win and we the win. That is a pile of garbage. Okay?
Yeah.
Garbage.
No, Mr. Martinez, we know that in the Orange Walk district, that elections, village council elections have been held in Orange Walk East and Orange Walk South. With the exception of San Esteban, that only has one that will be on the 21st of July. This week will be the first round of the village council elections for the Orange Walk North.
Central only has one village,
Yeah.
which is San Esteban.
Right. So this week will be the first round of the village council elections for the Orange Walk North constituents. And it starts this Sunday. And they will be having elections in San Antonio, Santa Cruz, and San Luis this Sunday. 3 villages in Orange Walk North. But we also have, apart from that, we will touch on Orange Walk North, but apart from that, there will be also for Santa Marta. Santa Marta will be having their village council election this Sunday as well. That's the Orange Walk East, and for Orange Walk South, August Pine Ridge. But the first week for Orange Walk North, it's 3 elections the same day.
San Luis, San Antonio
y Santa Cruz.
La Ribera del Río Hondo.
How you call it?
La Ribera del Río Hondo.
Okay.
Okay. Así que, y la gente que está viviendo en esa área. ¿Qué ha sucedido en San Antonio y qué ha sucedido en Santa Cruz, en San Antonio y para Santa Cruz? Vamos a ver si alguien rápidamente me contesta.
Well, one of the big things that happen that touch everybody's lives every day is the road
Thank you very
Yo
much.
Creek all the way to San Antonio, because
Thank
I
you
used to be trouble to reach a place.
Thank you very much.
And you know what? It's not only the paving of the road, it's the way it was done. It was done very, very well. Very good. Great
La
standards.
gente no se puede olvidar de este compromiso para la gente, con la gente de San Antonio. La carretera que se hizo para la gente de San Antonio. Y se hizo en tal forma para evitar inundaciones. Millones de dólares. Claro, me vas a tirar en cara que no el gobierno lo hizo, que el European Community lo hizo, bla, 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 bla.
But then the government could do anything, Emmanuel, but then it depends on the area representative, how the area representative negotiate for his people and for the area that he represents.
That's
The
exactly
government
right.
could be giving out grants.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, hay que recordar estas cosas. Ahora cuando vas a San Antonio, donde dura una hora de tráfico, de tránsito, ahora te dura 15, 20 minutos. Ni eso.
People used to bang Banner Road, you know, pa? They used to bang Banner Road.
For true?
Yes, man, Banner Road used to got some big ruts, especially approaching the ferry. People used to bang there by.
Pero quiero decirle algo acerca del compromiso de la Unión Europea. La Unión Europea, hubo un tiempo cuando no quiso invertir nada en Belice porque no le tenía confianza al partido PUP. Te lo digo así de plano. Es simplemente cuando entró el UDP que empezaron a tener confianza en el gobierno, porque el PUP había hecho un desastre con unos proyectos anteriores.
Seeing that, you know, pa, what the representative from the EU said when she was here one time?
I can recall that. She says, I'm not coming anymore for openings, I'm coming for work, for inauguration of the work.
So it shows that the work get done, right?
That's right. That means that I remember.
So what she meant when he said just be the coffee?
Because previously the PUP would say, we're breaking ground for the road. We're breaking ground. Come, Miss Lady, come, Miss Wayne. We're breaking road. And the road would never be finished. Never, porque se robaban el dinero.
So that's what she meant when she said she's happy.
Estamos diciendo la verdad. La misma embajadora de la Unión Europea nos lo dijo. Dice, no le tenemos confianza al PUP. En otras palabras. Y dijo, yo ya no vengo para aperturas. Yo vengo para inauguraciones. Porque ahora estoy yendo, y lo dijo cuando se inauguró la carretera aquí en Corozal. ¿Te recuerdas?
Oh, that's the one by Shaibet,
Going to Shaibet, right. And I was speaking with her. He says, I don't come anymore for openings and inaugurations. I come now for groundbreaking. I come now for the inauguration of the project. In other words, when they're christening the project.
She felt so well when she did that statement.
Yes. El partido UDP cumple con los requisitos.
That is what these bonies are given to countries for, Emmanuel.
Seguro. Y la Unión Europea decidió que no le va a dar nada más de proyectos a Belice, porque si van a estar haciendo desmadre con el dinero, entonces no lo merecen. Así que la Unión Europea se jaló para atrás. ¿Cuántas veces no hicieron break ground para el camino a Yo Creek bajo el PUP? ¿Cuántas veces no lo hicieron? Hasta placards ponían, the project is being funded by the European Union. Alguna vez entró el European Union a hacer esa carretera. Hasta que entró UDP se hizo esa carretera. Hasta que se hizo. Así que la gente del sur tiene que tener esto en mente. Que vas a regresar a un PUP que en la misma Unión Europea no confía. Porque tiene unos antecedentes de los peores. Porque literalmente se han demostrado que no han administrado los dineros correctamente. Y que se usan el dinero para otros proyectos. Y además lo que pues no se gasta desaparece. ¿Estás dispuesto tú a poner eso otra vez? Yo entiendo de que estamos pasando por tiempos difíciles, pero no cambies gato por liebre.
And then,
no hagas eso.
When we talk about, you see, Emmanuel, sometimes they got some characters and some persons who look at large communities and not want to look at the small communities. And the other side of it, like the Honorable Gaspar Vega, area representative for Orange Walk North, look at San Luis as a small community, Emmanuel, but the they get what? High class, first class, big school. Not because of a small community, they're not supposed to get. And the school is completed already.
I know. We did a review of that.
Yeah, and they're having village council elections this week. San Luis.
Pues ahora vamos a ver quién tiene el ojo abierto y quién lo tiene cerrado. Porque al final del día, si yo viviera en San Luis y consigo una escuela de esa magnitud,
Which education
para educar a mis hijos, ¿cómo, cara de qué tendría yo para ir a votar para el PUP? Porque me regalaron una botella de guaro. ¿Cara de qué tendría yo? De tonto, de menso, de muerto de hambre. No, man. Merecemos más. Merecemos más. Pero nosotros nos gustan simplemente lo que nos dan. Hacemos la mano así, lo que nos dan. Las escuelas no cuentan, ¿no? Eso yo no voy a ir a comer escuela. Las luces en la calle no cuentan porque no puedo comer luz en la calle. La calle no cuenta porque no puedo comer la calle.
Yeah, but one time they used to call, remember, used to call.
Thank you very much.
Nuestros hijos no pueden ir a la escuela porque agua está entrando.
Así que, yo creo que nuestra gente es más inteligente que eso. Definitivamente, yo creo que la gente ha abierto su ojo y se da cuenta que el beneficio llega para el pueblo, no para una o dos personas, para todo el pueblo. Yo invito a todos que voten para el equipo rojo en esas aldeas. San Antonio tiene mucho que agradecer al gobierno. Una carretera nueva. San Luis también. Y Santa Cruz también. Así que, porque esa gente de Santa Cruz beneficia de la carretera hasta San Antonio. ¿Por qué no? ¿Ya me entiendes? Thank you very much. Mira, desde Orange Walk hasta San Antonio, rapidito llegas.
Half an hour.
Not even half an hour, 15 minutes. ¿Ya me entiendes?
Yeah. Well, Mr. Martinez, as we mentioned last week, we would have been discussing about the Rebels basketball summer camp, and we have persons here. We have Mr. Raul Rosado and his team to talk about the Running Rebels summer camp. So we'll take a break.
We'll take a break. Las 8:17. We'll be right back with you with the Rebels summer camp. Así que no se vayan. Estaremos de vuelta luego de estos anuncios.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Boy, I'm late again. What? Done ain't there yet? More time to sleep then.
Ugh, where'd I put my license? What? More cash? Yes!
Oh my god, that's a huge slice. More for me.
Money.
Who doesn't love having more of your favorite things?
Start your money right.
With Digicel's new prepaid data plans, you get more data to do more of the things you love. That's more chats, more snaps, more surfing, more videos, more everything. So go ahead, live your best life with Digi. Whatever that may be.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Sugar City Morning Show.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 23 minutes after 8 o'clock. It's a lovely, beautiful Tuesday, the second day of July 2019. Folks, we'll be talking about summer camp this morning. We'll be talking about the Rebels basketball summer camp. And with us this morning, we have Mr. Raul. Good morning, my brother. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Cheke.
Yeah,
Thanks
Mr.
for having
Martinez.
me, Mr. Martinez.
Yeah, Mr. Martinez, they make one fudge there or something and attack us. I hope you share it today. I hope you don't eat that yourself. What's the problem? How you doing, man?
Not bad, not bad.
All right. Before we go into the summer camp, how the team?
Well, the team is ongoing. And despite that the season is over, we always have to jump right into the next season. That's how demanding it.
Yes.
That aspect has grown, no? The NEBL, and so surely the rest of the management and the coaches are looking already forward to 2020 because it starts in January 2020.
Yeah.
So they're starting to do their own legwork.
Yeah.
Half-season work, we call it now.
Half-season. I also understand, Raul, that Mexico has interest in some of our players.
Yes. That was earlier, like a month ago. We got in contact with Universidad de Puebla, and they came actually all the way to Chetumal to do an open tryout, and we sent some young people to give it a shot. And amongst the group, they chose 2 persons.
And this was the consequence of what? Have you been visiting that area?
Yes, we have.
And they were impressed with the...
We have.
With the tall boys, no?
Yeah. And not only tall, but skilled. And athletic, and that's something that they look forward to.
Because you do have tall men in Mexico too.
Yes, some
because only Yucatan can be shot, but in Mexico City, you have them quite tall. I mean, some of them even taller.
Yeah. So that's a consequence of us participating and going there in different capacities, in different levels, and having that relationship with some people right across the border, all the way to Merida, Cancun. We have some good friends there. So whenever these things come around, they would share the word with us, and if we can, then we participate.
Yeah. Well, it sounds good. It sounds good that at least it sounds good for make them even have the interest of getting off some of our players over there, because it's a good start. But when it comes to national, Raul, why is it that when they have the national basketball team putting together, we hardly hear people from out district joining these teams? We know they're bringing some foreign players that are Belizeans, which is good. But why is it that we don't get on the playlist most of the time?
Well, to be honest with you, it's always a challenge working because those are piloted by the federation, the basketball federation, no? And it's always a challenge from their aspect, whereby to extend themselves, they always make an excuse about funding, because the players for practicing sit, and so the players have to be compensated for traveling and that sort of stuff. So it kind of leads them to only use a central group, the closer group, the most accessible group, and like I say, it's kind of an excuse. But that's the reality about it, just to answer your question.
So you have seen cases where people who are notably or known to play better
can make the team.
Don't make the team from our district.
Because of certain excuses and
justifications.
But then justification doesn't bring winnings.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that you have to break that impasse there and say, tell you what, sorry, you've been working together, practicing together for long, if that's one of the justifications, but maybe we try to open this up to other districts as well and see if we can, at least maybe some weeks before, you can get the benefit of practicing together, even if it's not for the amount of time that what you need, but at least for some time, because you can't expect to win if you just pick one man from Orange Walk and one from Corozal and say, tell you what, we're going to Mexico, and then you go on a team and you don't know how this man plays. So you have to have time working together.
Well, make we hope that nationally it will be done differently, because we have good players all over this country. Dan Riga bring up a strong team last season, and so. But if them people never bring out one team, you never may say how good the players are.
Yeah.
So the nationally, if you not pick people from out district, then you don't know how good they are. Yeah. And if the opportunity is there, give it to the other persons as well, because you need to encourage these. They are young people, Martinez. Mr. Martinez, sorry. Don't say how to roll. I just know.
Thank you very much.
These are young people, and the opportunity needed to be given to them, and not excuses and say, well, if we travel, we don't got enough money to make them come, and we can't go wrong or say all and that. So what, you just settle, because they don't like this thing happen like when hurricane come. You know this is coming. You know this is coming, so get yourself prepared.
Yeah. And that's besides the fact, because I must say that like Dangriga or in Joak and other districts, locally the organizations have been putting in their pongs, honestly, because I could speak for ourselves that we 6 years ago we were just one team focused on one level. Right now, we do much more than that. We have a U23 team, we have a U19 team. We have taken these guys to play in international cups in Mexico. You know, we've taken the senior team. Every year we take them to Cancun for a quadrangular.
This is for the Rebels.
Rebels, all part of Rebels. We initiated the summer camp 3 years ago. So it jumps into the local and the younger aspect player and player development.
Yeah.
You know, and also, you know, to create more opportunity and outlet for the kids to play in. So even the districts have been putting in their pongs to in that aspect and development of players and participation.
And that's a lot of weight.
Activity.
That's a lot of weight.
You got 3 teams.
Yeah. So it's something.
It's Orange Walk. It's Dangriga and.
There is also
you said 3
Cayo.
teams.
No, Running Rebels, they got 3 teams.
Yeah, we have 3 teams.
Only in the Running Rebels.
You have the
club.
the
You got the senior team.
Senior.
You have the next.
The U22. U19. And there is also a female group attached to us that we lend support as well. And they have their own little management at Miss Paula and Miss Annie Dakers and them. That they try to keep the female aspect of basketball alive and going now. So we have all these different aspects that surround basketball.
My big question is, how do you manage all of these teams?
Well, honestly, it starts with the drive of voluntary people that love the sport, that want to take the time out to coordinate and spend with the teams, do coaching, make all these connections.
You do have major sponsors.
Yes, so we do have, for the Rebels, ASR Group is one of them, and then we have other local sponsors like German Vega and Sons, LNR Liquors, and others that help from time to time in different areas. Like right now I can say that the U23, U22 group is undergoing their own fundraiser because in 2 weeks from now they'll be traveling to Copa Cancun.
And I like that they're doing their own fundraisers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, we explain to them that these things are expensive ventures. It's a good opportunity, a good exposure. They go to different cities, play different capacity of players, but it's a big deal. It's a big expense. So we make a budget. We discuss with them, and we figure out strategies to try to raise it as well. So I know they're ongoing. So if you see them around and they approach you for help, please kindly do help them, because it is for a worthy cause now. It is for their expense, to cover their expenses for their trip later in this month.
Yeah, we're going into the summer camp, Raul. But before we go into the summer camp, do you have to pay your players, your members?
For which level?
For the senior level.
For the senior level, yes.
Is that a requirement from the team, or it's from the league?
It's a league perspective. It's considered to be. It's not called the semi-pro as it used to be called, but there is a culture for paying some of these players. It's obviously not a full salary, but it's more like a compensation type of situation. And also we have to consider the aspect of foreign players that.
But along with that stipend or payment that you do, there's also the expectations that you place, the expectations that you have from them.
Commitment.
Yes, the commitment. Yeah. No, surely, yeah.
Because I could be giving you money and then you lose.
Not show up the practice.
Or you not show up the practice and you lose all your games, and I go like,
no,
man, this is not conducive for me to continue spending any money.
In any event, in whatever level salary agreement, if you want to call it that, there is a contract that is signed with the player and the team, so that where it stipulates what's expected from them and what the team will do for them as well, what they commit to salary, travel expense, food,
So
whatever.
it's
be the
clearly
case.
worked out.
Yes, yes.
But clearly work out. Is there an agreement, like, let's say I am on the team and Mr. Martinez is on the team. Is my agreement different from his, or it's across the board?
No, it is different. It is different. Yes.
Okay, it's what you negotiate.
Yeah, it's
When
an
you expect
individual
to play ball
basis.
better, you.
No, man, I know they go there. No, because I mean, you have to wonder and say, okay, we have some people who not really the push, and then you have to pay,
Yeah.
and have some people that push more, and they know they get what they're supposed to get.
Yeah.
Because they're different people, different person got different conditions, and they have different positions on the team as well. No?
Exactly.
Perfectly what
Yeah.
you mean.
Right.
Yes.
So it's not across the board, everybody.
Yeah, it's on individual basis.
Okay. Now, saying all that, it sounds like the Running Rebels really have a good base here in the country, Emmanuel. When we talk about everything that Raul is mentioning, coming from the Mexico participation and all the 3 teams, and now we're going into the summer camps.
But going back to that Mexico participation, what do you expect coming out of that arrangement? Exposure?
Apart of
practicing?
Apart of the exposure and practicing, the experience for the guys as well is what we spoke about earlier, is the connection, the networking for fine opportunities for these guys. I mean, we've always spoken as a group is that whichever, even if it's just one at a time, and these guys get an opportunity, stays out of trouble, gets a career. It doesn't even have to be a basketball career, gets a career in itself, is a success for the club. Coming out as a rebel.
Do you see any inherent differences in mentality when it comes to people coming from Mexico or from the USA or from Belize when it comes to their participation in the games? What I mean is this. Some people want to be the star of the show.
Yeah,
everybody wants to be the star of the show.
Everybody wants to be Michael Jordan.
Everybody wants to be Michael Jordan. And they do everything possible to be the one that scores the most. Yeah. But they're not realizing that perhaps they have a team play
that's
that they're better off.
Yeah. Well, we will refer to it as culture. It's a different culture.
Thank you very much. It's a culture.
Yeah, it's a culture. And like if USA, like Mexico, they have systems and they have coaching systems. They have structured organization, structured development, where it goes from 5 years old till you make it to the NBA. And these guys are invested in that program, which is gaps that we have here in Belize. So it obviously they come from a different background. They come into a different.
The question is, what are we not doing, or what are we doing wrong?
Well, that's 6 years of investment is not enough to get it there. To be honest with you,
so you need more time.
Yeah. It requires a lot of support from different entities across the board, from government to local, private, so that we could actually get there. You talk about education system, invested in that, where they allocate time for that, something that we do not have here in Belize. PE is not really that. PE is just a recreational thing.
But you're having a summer camp this year.
Yeah.
Is it one of those things that you teach or that you profess during the summer camp is learning how to join forces and work as a team? Is that one of the main things that you teach people how to do, or just the practice of?
It's a combination of 2 aspects. The camp is one, when it's the skills part and development of the game and learning the game, because a lot of the
don't know the game.
Participants are newcomers. Young kids. We've had kids up to the age of 5 years old, as young as that. So they're newcomers. So we try to teach them the basics and the rules of the game as they go along and go into the older groups. But aside that, and added to that is the development of ethics, responsibility, sportsmanship, teamwork, which are pretty much values and so that could go across not only on the court, but into the community itself, into their schools, into their families, and that sort of thing. No, so it's two aspects that we try to instill in them: the skills and the attitudes.
That's good. Skills and attitudes.
Yeah, good, because they start from young. So this summer camp we are talking about, Raul, tell us a little bit now about the summer camp. Let's jump into that.
Well, like I said, the main objective of the camp is to develop skills into basketball and the rules of the game, but also develop the attitudes of the kids. Try to be the positive role models and have them involved in positive activity such as this. The camp kicks off this Saturday.
This Saturday,
which is July 6th.
Okay.
And it's going to be taking place at the Orange Walk Multi-Purpose Complex. And we start off at 9. This camp session goes from 9 to 12. And pretty much, like if you've seen our ads on the social media, and so all we're saying is lace up and join us.
How?
Lace up and join us.
Okay.
Which pretty means
Lace up, tighten up tennis.
Tighten up your tennis and get out there.
Good.
Because there is no registration cost. There is a form for registration, which is pretty basic. And the registration stays open until the first day of camp. So as you reach to the camp on Saturday, you bring your registration form, we accept it, review it, get the details, and then you join the camp.
Yeah, you go there Saturday.
Yeah.
What you need to take, and what's the age range?
All right, the age range we target from the U15 downwards. So we manage 3 groups: the U15, the U12, and the U10.
Okay.
All right.
So they're
Open
having 3
for
groups.
boys and girls. Yeah.
Under 10, under 12, and under 15.
Yes,
In other words,
that's correct.
13 to 15, 10 to 12.
Yeah.
So the under 10 goes how low?
Like I said, we've had participants about 5 years old that come out. And obviously we do it that way so that we can cater for them, for their capacity, for their needs. So that they need focus and patience in certain areas, and we deal with that. The camp is run by or assisted by mainly players. The same players are within the Rebels organization from the NEBL
Where
team.
is this going to be held?
At the complex.
At the complex.
So what, you go there on Saturday, you get your registration form and fill it out. This is a basketball camp, right?
Yes.
So what you need to bring along?
Just pretty much just yourself.
Okay.
While there,
tennis,
just appropriate to play sport. No.
Okay.
While you're there, we provide hydration. We will provide like a healthy snack, some fruits, that sort, and then we have the equipment, so you don't need to bring any equipment. So like I say, it's pretty much just getting yourself registered and showing up.
And a willingness to participate.
To participate, yeah, obviously, yes.
Now, after the camp finish, 12 is it?
12.
Okay. So 12 o'clock, we could drop off a pick dinner and go home and come back for them.
Yes, that's fine.
But so when 12 o'clock come, you need to go pick up your picnic. All right? No got the coordinators that wait till 2, 3 o'clock. Say, I'm going to do me here, and then I'm the lady, me take long and go and come. Because Raul not going to left your picnic.
Yeah.
But please go and pick up your kids early, right?
Yeah. And we have camp rules for the attendees as well. No, we tell them these are the instructors for the day. Don't leave the venue without communicating with the instructor before they come for you and that sort of thing. Just for safety and control. No?
Just one question here, which is I once was a part of the organizing team that brought in, I think it was a Sokots, help me here, marching band. Well, one of the things that impressed me to the max was the discipline within that group. And I'm not comparing a marching band with a team here. I'm drawing
the one that you know about.
No, what I know about. And that was during the course of talking to the young men and women, I found out that each one of the members was the other person's guardian, per se. Because if I hear that you cuss, it is my responsibility to report you.
Okay.
Because they have strict rules against cussing and using big, bad, juicy bad word.
Juicy? How so bad would I be juicy?
Boy, believe me, pen back girl for making juicy.
All right, do it thing.
But hey, you cannot curse. You cannot use bad words during the court, the time that you are within that group.
Okay.
Are there any restrictions in
Yes.
in the seminars?
Yes, obviously, like I was saying, the camp is run by coordinators whom are the same players from the U23, because remember this is U15, so we have the players from U19, U23, and the elite players that come in and help with the supervision at these kids. So obviously, it's expected that they take on the mandate as leaders and the older groups in their behavior, in their attitudes, and even in their speech, like you say, so that they
or choice of words.
And so they are the ones that assist in that monitoring. Apart from them, is that we have invited coaches that come in and give us more of the skills training and the design of the actual camp session. No, we have coaches like locally, Mr. Clarence Shepard comes and gives us a hand. We'll have the coach from the NABL team, Mr. Troy Gab, that's going to come, and we have someone that has a coaching license in Belize City, Mr. Reese Roscoe, that he will come through as well. So we have different invited coaches that come along just to give them a different aspect, a different feel as to the different styles of coaching as well now, so that it could become, it's something not too routine, it's a fresh, every Saturday is a fresh Saturday, so that the kids can be engaged throughout the entire camp.
Have you had to throw out an individual in the past?
So far, thank God, no.
Okay.
No. I mean, we've had situations where some would not listen, but we speak to them and give them the consequences, and they would, curl and tail and join the camp again.
Because it will be defeating the purpose of the workshop of the summer camp in the first place if you just dispel them.
Yeah.
Just
Well, it's 14 away from 9. Raul, anything else you'd like to add, because we need to go on a break and then...
Well, just pretty much camp starts this Saturday. It's open for boys and girls. I don't know if I mentioned that. But it's open for boys and girls from the ages of 15.
But you mentioned that you don't have a girls' team at the moment, but you're looking forward to...
There is a girls' team.
There is a girls' team.
Yeah, that we associate with and we try to help as much. And most of their team actually helps us in different aspects of Rebels. Especially in the NEBL games and so it's hosting and that sort of stuff. So we have a relationship with them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
beginning this Saturday.
Yes.
At 9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock.
Free registration.
Free registration
at the complex.
At the complex, you don't need to take anything except your tennis and this good disposition. Not going there grumpy. Good at willing to learn and have fun, because that's what this is about: learning and having fun with your peers. All in the morning from 9 to 12.
Yeah, and it will be every Saturday.
Every Saturday. For
only
5
on
weeks.
Saturdays.
For 5 weeks. So, hey, other workshops go from Monday to Friday. This one goes on Saturdays only. So you could go on one during the week and then take on a Saturday workshop.
Yep.
Yep. And if you're interested in basketball, hey, this is the best one to do.
That's right. It's the
no fees, no nothing.
No.
Multi-purpose building. So get there early. Please don't get there 10:30. And because Bipa couldn't bring me, you try to get there from as early as 8:30 so that you'll be there on time. Show that you you are responsible. Show it. Parents, please remember. No because they said 9 o'clock, no empezás a las 9:30, a las 10. No va así enteramente. Empieza a las 9 y tú estás ahí a las 9 y let's have fun.
Well, Raul, thanks very much. Myself and Emmanuel will be back to wrap up, and we will continue highlighting this throughout the week.
Vamos a una pausa.
Of rural communities in Orinjoak and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 8:54. We barely have 5-6 minutes left in this last segment. But I get 5 minutes extra. All right,
Take
good.
a leave 5.
Take a leave 5. We have...
we need to repeat this message from the Belize Police Department because some folks have been asking for us to share it once again.
This is recruitment call 2019. And every time I touch your phone, like something go wrong.
You don't know what you do, why?
Be advised that the Belize Police Department is now accepting applications for recruit intake number 94. Fix this thing for me, no, why?
Where do you go, what?
I don't know. I don't know nothing.
But you don't touch nothing.
I don't touch nothing.
You just read, man. Just read.
I read.
All right. Not the phone, all kind of weird. I'll put it by your email after this.
Application forms can be obtained via the police website, and that is police.gov.bz, or visit the nearest police station in the area. Go to the police station, ask them for application forms. Simple, very easy. Completed application forms, along with the recent police record. You need to have a recent police record, okay? And if there's no record for you, well, it will show nil. It will show that you don't have no record. Yeah. And obviously, that's what they want to see.
Clean record.
A clean record. If you've been committed and you've gone to jail 2017 time,
do you apply?
You should know what to do. But you need to complete the application form and put in a police record, a recent police record. Okay? And remember that police records are obtained in Orange Walk, but also more readily in Belmopan from the commissioner, and are to be submitted to the Commandant Police Training Academy no later than 5 p.m. on July 5th. I understand you have only 5 days to work on it. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 5 p.m. That's the deadline, 5 p.m., July 5th. If you don't take it in, very sorry. Examinations are scheduled for Saturday, July 13, 2019 at 8 a.m. at the following locations. Obviously, you need to take an examination, okay? You send in your application, you do your, your police record, and then you're asked to do an examination. And in the Belize district, that's going to be held at the Gwenle Zaraga High School. In the Stan Creek district, it's going to be done at the Delilah Academy. At the Toledo district, University of Belize campus, I imagine in Punta Gorda. Corozal district at the Corozal Community College. In Orange Walk district at Muffles College. I don't know where at Muffles College. If it's going to be one of the classrooms, I would believe it's one of the classrooms.
But all you have to do to reach the other college securities at the gate, so they will
tell you. And in Kaya District, it's the Police Training Academy at the city of Belmopan. So remember that. I'll try my best to do this in Spanish, recordándoles, este es un anuncio de parte del Departamento de Policía, donde anuncia de que se están aceptando aplicaciones para ser parte de la policía. Ahora, esto es en relación al intake 94. Es más, cada periodo donde ellos piden a gente que aplique para ser parte de la policía, pues tienen una etiqueta, un número. En este caso es intake 94. Olvídate de eso. ¿Ok? Entonces, las aplicaciones, si necesitas información o la aplicación, lo consigues en la estación de policía, o si quieres vas al sitio web del Police Department, police.gov.bz, ¿ok? O consigues la aplicación, no sé si es 1 o 2, ahí puedes preguntar, te pueden dar la información, pero también tienes que llevar contigo o llevar a la estación de policía una copia de tu récord de policía. Es más, si sobre los años te has portado bien o si te has portado mal. Police record. Algunas personas van a ver que pues pudiera ser algo difícil conseguirlo, porque si no tienes contactos, pues tienes que ir a Belmopan, conseguirlo, traerlo de vuelta. Pero eso va a demostrar tu interés en conseguirlo. No esperes que otra persona lo haga por ti. Emplea los recursos necesarios para lograrlo. Te lo estoy diciendo ahora, que tal y tal ministro me lo puede conseguir y tal. Resulta de que esas personas no necesitan el trabajo. Tú eres el que necesitas el trabajo. Así que te interesa conseguirlo tú lo antes posible.
You gotta move.
You gotta move. ¿Ok? Eso es mi mejor consejo para ti. Segundamente, hay examinaciones para el grupo de personas. Aquí en Orange Walk tienes que ir el 13 de julio a Muffles College, donde te van a dar un examen, y ese examen, pues obviamente lo necesitas pasar.
Pero no puedes llegar al Muffles College sino if you don't put in your application.
No puedes ir si no consigues tu aplicación. Tienes que conseguir la aplicación
Fill
y
it
tu
out.
police record y entregarlo a la estación de policía no antes del viernes. Este viernes a las 5 de la tarde. Recuérdate eso. Este viernes a las 5, hora límite, fecha límite, para llevar tu documentación.
That's right, folks. So it's 9 o'clock. We'd like to thank you all who tuned into the Sugar City Morning Show. Tomorrow we'll be highlighting, we'll do our best to get the full names of the different slates for the village council election and their pictures. That comes up this weekend. We're talking about San Antonio, Santa Cruz, and San Luis. We will have those for you tomorrow, and including the ones from Trial Farm, because persons are asking about Trial Farm. I know we mentioned Trial Farm already, I showed Trial Farm already, but we'll be doing it again at your request. Remember, the show repeats at 9 o'clock tonight. We invite you all to stay tuned to North Division Channel 10. We have our newscast at 6:30 this evening. That's the news right here. And we have other great programs throughout the day. So tune in and be part of the Sugar City Morning Show and all the programs on North Division. My name is Robert Checky Usher.
Yes, and my name is Emmanuel. I'd just like to share with you that we'll be having participation with the Social Security confirmed. 2 people will be visiting with us. And we also have, I think it's tomorrow, members from the Department of Youth.
Okay.
They'll be sharing information about their summer workshops that they're having. Okay, so you will have personnel from the Department of the Youth Department or Human Development talking to us. It's Human Development Youth Department. And about the workshops that they're offering. Okay, so that's going to be tomorrow and Thursday, Social Security. So we'll be having good shows tomorrow and Thursday. Remember to tune in. This show repeats again tonight. And we'll be, primero Dios, God willing, we'll be here at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for your preference. Muchas gracias por su preferencia. A toda la audiencia les digo muchas gracias y nos vemos, primero Dios, mañana a la misma hora. Se cuiden.
Sugar City Morning